know you're somewhere.
Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. Today Aquarius, you guys got Hummingbird Spirit Be Here Now, number 34. I feel like the divine is trying to communicate to you. With the sun and the bear, 31 makes a 4. 15, 5 minus 1 is a 4. 4, 4, communication. They're trying to communicate to you right now. And I think it's about being here now. I think it's about enjoying the moment. I think there's something like where maybe you think one day I'll be happy. I'm not happy today, but I'll be happy tomorrow. And I think that's the wrong way to look at it, Aquarius. I feel like they're trying to bring you to the present every single moment. And they're like, it's not right to compare ourselves to others, you know? But if you have a house, if you have a home, you know, if you have food on the table, if you have your health, then I feel like those are things to be grateful for every day. Again, if it's not about comparing yourself to others, it's about just being grateful. I feel like sitting in an energy of gratefulness can really, is that even a word, gratefulness? Sitting in an energy of being grateful is going to push you into the sun. That's what they're trying to say. Again, it's not about comparisons. It's not about like, well, people have this and I don't, or I have this and they don't. Like, I should look at myself as so lucky. Like, yeah, maybe you should, but that's not what they really want you to do. What they want you to do is like, be grateful for what you have. If you're thankful for what you have in the present, more abundance will come to you. So it's like, how is your energy right now? Again, are you thinking about tomorrow and like, oh, well, tomorrow will be better. I'll be happier tomorrow, or I'll be happier when I get this job, or I'll be happier when whatever happens in my life. No, it's like you should be happy with everything that you have right now, because that is the only way to truly appreciate what you have is how the divine brings more in. If you don't appreciate what you have right now, they're not going to send you anything else. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not even appreciative of what you have. So it's like, be appreciative of what you have and more will come in. I feel like that's the big message in this read. I'm getting something with travel, actually, with the bear. I never get travel with this, but I'm seeing like the hills in the background as travel. So maybe some of you guys want to travel, or maybe travel is coming up in your life, or maybe you're being called to travel. Again, there's a lot of things that I feel like a lot of potential in this read. So much potential with the sun. And I feel like, again, if you want more travel, if you want more of life, again, it starts with being grateful with what you have now and appreciative of the things you have now. So that's what I'm getting. Let's pull more cards, Aquarius. So Aquarius, I definitely see a lot of energy here. I think the meditative session could be just calming to you. If that was resonating with you, I would start with that and start looking into having more of an abundance mindset. Because there are a lot of swords here, swords. Like, we're having a lot of mental conflict here. Again, I think abundance is something that comes from within, right? And I think, again, if a lot of you guys are feeling conflicted, just go to that, revert to that, like revert to just being thankful for what you have in the day, right? Now the story's gonna get like so much more complex, because I feel, again, I see a lot of 10s, and when you see a 10, it's an ending. So I have a 10 here, I have a 10 here, I have a 10 here, and I have a 10 here. So I have like 4 10s out here. So I feel like you're conflicted about something that has already ended, something that has already passed, something that's a past energy. So I feel like that is why they're kind of telling you to be here now, because you're being consumed by something in the past. And again, it's not healthy to be in the past. We have to remain in the present. As hard as it is, especially for people who are like, I feel like air signs. I feel like earth signs maybe, I mean, I feel like for every sign it could be hard, but I mean, air signs are of the mind. So you're reverting back to the past. And that's the problem here, I think, for some of you guys. It's like something in the past is like haunting you, or just a part of, like, you just keep looking into the past. And it's like, what is in the past that is causing all this conflict? And the only thing I got here was the Empress. So there could be someone in the past that you keep thinking about, but it doesn't matter like how good of a experience this was. Maybe like some of you guys are like living in memories right now. It's still not healthy, because again, we have to create memories in the present. You know, we want to create worthwhile memories in the present. Yes, it's beautiful to have memories from the past that are beautiful, but it's like not necessarily the best thing when we're like, you know, just like relying on those memories and not creating new ones. And that's what I want you guys to do. I feel like it's time to create new memories. It's time to create new experiences that are going to create really beautiful memories now. Instead of you having to look in the past, you can look at, like, you know, I guess a memory is just always going to show past shit, but I just feel like, again, there's something about creating new shit now. Like, I feel like somebody writing with a pen, like drawing a new story or creating like a new story. I don't know, like, that's what I'm getting here. There needs to be more focus on now and how you can create a now energy and not look back into the past so much. Okay? And again, that's why we have this here. Hummingbird spirit, be here now. 7, the divine, they're like, be here now, be present now. You can create anything that you want now. Again, I do feel like some of you guys are so truly abundant, but you lack the confidence, or you're lacking the abundance within to make abundance in your external world. And again, I see somebody here that's just not sending out because they don't feel balanced. Again, I felt travel. It's like maybe you want to go do a lot of things. Again, create those memories, new memories, and it's like you don't feel confident within. Again, there's a lot within that's going on. Yeah, it's like you don't feel balanced, and then you revert back to the past with this 10. You wish to seek wish fulfillment, but then you, again, another card of imbalanced. The divine feminine masculine within you is imbalanced. Something about timing. Again, just like a lot of like anxiety here, but it's all over the past. And what's crazy here is that they want you to learn something. It's like, if you truly learn the lesson from the past, then you can move on from it. But I feel like you haven't, or there's something in the past that you still, like, you might have overlooked it. And now when this is what I'm getting. It's like you looked back at it and you saw the same thing over and over and over again. And now you're taking a look at it again and you're seeing something new. And I think this is what's kind of like freaking you out. It's like a detail that you missed. And now it's like, well, fuck, like, I missed that detail. If I would have seen that detail, I would have never done this or that. And that's why I think something is freaking you out about the past. But again, they're telling you it doesn't matter what detail you missed or what you saw now. Like, let's just say you looked back at a memory and you noticed some slight detail and that changes the entire story. Let's just say they're telling you like it doesn't even matter because it still is in the past. It still remains in the past. There's nothing you can do about what happened in the past. Look at all these wands in reverse. You have the 10 of wands, and then you have the 9 of wands, the 5 of wands, the page of wands. It's like it doesn't even matter because all it's doing is keeping you like stuck. You know what I mean? All it's doing is keeping you stagnant. Look at the wolf. Do you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what new thing you found in this memory. It doesn't matter what new thing you learned. I feel like you might have even learned something and now it's making you change. It's like, you know, you had this experience and now you're seeing from someone's point of view and you're like, oh, fuck. Now I see what that person was talking about, but it's too late. It's in the past. Like, now what can I do? And I feel like a frantic energy with you, again, of the past. There's nothing we can do about the past. So yes, I see here that, I mean, this is your card, Aquarius, King of Sword, Queen of Sword. So whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. It's like, I didn't see it correctly, but now I do. I didn't see this person, you know, where for whatever reason, there's something to do with this person. It's like I didn't see that memory the way that it was, or I didn't see that person the way that I should have. Now it's like you've grown in some sort of way, and as you grow, it's kind of like our parents, right? Like you don't understand your parents as a child, but as you grow, you're like, oh, now I get why my parents did that. Now I get why my parents were that type of way with me, because, you know, like me, I was never allowed to go on sleepovers. And now as an adult, I'm like, thank God my parents didn't let me go on sleepovers. You know, they're just kind of avoiding. I mean, maybe nothing could have happened, but maybe something could have happened. And it's like, if they needed to sleep at night knowing that I was safe, like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I would do the same thing. And it's just kind of like that. Like, you've grown up and you're like, fuck. Or your mind has changed, your perception has changed in some sort of way, and it's causing some sort of revelation, and you're like, oh my God, like, I saw this completely incorrectly. So that's what I'm getting with this. Again, but it's still not going to help you guys. It's not going to help because it's a past energy. So how can I explain this? It's like, I would love to apologize to my parents for being such an asshole and being like, why can't I go on a sleepover? Why can't I go on a sleepover? But I feel like my parents are just like, oh, she'll understand one day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I need to go back and be like, you know what, guys? Maybe I could just be like, hey guys, thanks so much for keeping me safe and not letting me go on sleepovers. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's all you need, you know? I'll look at the past, like an acceptance of it, and then moving forward. If you need to communicate to this person, like, wow, now I see what you meant. Now I see what everything was all about. Like, now I see whatever it is that you're seeing. After the fact, like, you're seeing something after the fact. I feel like if you need to communicate to this person how you feel or what you're seeing or how you've changed in some sort of way, now you've, like, I feel like some sort of enlightenment as well. Like, oh, I see it now. Then you can go and do that, Aquarius. There's nothing stopping you. Maybe that's where this travel's coming in. Again, like, I see a road here, and it's just like, maybe that's what you want to go do. Like, again, seeing things very differently and wanting to explain that to somebody. Again, that can be something that you do. But the best thing to do, I feel, is to, if this is something that, again, I feel like that's why you have the tower. You have the tower here twice, right? I feel like that's the tower moment. Like, seeing someone's perspective and being like, shit, I was wrong. What I would say, Aquarius, is that if you want to communicate to this person about what the hell happened here and like how I feel like this fire is like enlightenment. It's like, I see now what you meant. You see how there's two people looking at the fire and maybe one person didn't see it in the past that way and one person sees it now. Yeah, there's a lot about fire. Like, you see the tower, there's another fire there. I think you can go approach this person. I'm getting something with roses. If you want to, I see with the Strength card, this is you, like, transforming in self. You see how this animal is like a bear, then it's a lion, then it's crocodile. I feel like that's kind of you. Like, you don't even know how to feel about the situation anymore. It's something that's really changing your perspective, and you're just like, I don't even know, like, what side I lay on either. Like, now I'm seeing their perspective so clearly. It's really like something here that, again, it's like dominating you right now at this time. So for those of you who are seeing things differently, seeing things through new eyes, and are very anxious about the past, maybe communicating to that person would be the best thing for you right now, to kind of get some sort of closure. Again, maybe this person will not answer you, and that will lead to you having to find your own sort of closure about this past experience. And again, whether or not you want to speak to this person or not is irrelevant. I think the best thing is to form closure for yourself. You know, like, we can't rely on others to have closures to cycles. See, like, I see you wanting to close out something 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, but then, like, coming back to it. So what can you do now? That's the question, Aquarius. Like, what can you do now? Be here now. What can you do now to help ease the mind? Is it like communicating to this person that you didn't see something and you want to talk to them about that? Is it just, accepting how you were in the past, accepting that maybe you were limited a little bit in the past, and accepting that about yourself? I think that's the hardest thing, like, accepting that at that time you might have been a little limited, and maybe, like, you didn't see things the right way, or the way you wish to see them now. But again, that shows growth in yourself, so you should be appreciative of yourself, right? So whatever this is, Aquarius, it's like, how can we fix the problem now? Like, what's the solution now? Is it communicating about it to ourselves and gaining closure ourselves? Do you need to try to communicate to this person? Like, what will ease your mind? Let me see if you try to communicate to this person, what's going to happen. A lot of cards fell out, but I kind of feel like I should take it. I see justice here at the bottom. So it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, if you were to go talk to this person, it would bring some sort of justice to the two of you. It would affect the both of you. So yeah, I feel like the Hermit is like you going deep within and figuring something out, and now wanting to like reflect on that and communicate about that. Yeah, and Judgment is a rebirth. So this could be, again, a whole new perspective that you have, and wanting to kind of communicate that to somebody. And I honestly don't feel like there's anything wrong. I do see a Queen of Wands here, so I'm wondering if someone else is involved here. Is this the same person? It doesn't really matter. This could also be you just like working in like a passionate, being passionate about how you feel, right? Being passionate about the way that this has kind of changed you or moved you. It doesn't necessarily matter. All I'm going to say, guys, whether there's a new person in this or not, whether there's someone else extraneous to this like circumstance or not, it doesn't matter. The whole point is like there's a rebirth to there's something rebirth within you. And I feel like the sun is really important, because the sun, again, is like enlightenment, it's illumination, it's also happiness. I feel, you know, in this deck and in this reading right now, I feel like it's kind of illumination, but it could also just be happiness. I'm getting, though, that you're seeing something differently, so differently. And even if you were to go communicate this to someone, I feel like that would bring some sort of justice to this. And I'm getting a lot of Libra. So you could be dealing with someone who has Libra in their chart. Yeah. I think that whatever you need to do right now for yourself, whether that be to make closure for yourself or to go and talk to this person and get some sort of closure, that's all that's like what you need to do. But everyone's gonna have a different perspective on like what they think is best for them. I can't tell you what's best for you, but I can tell you that, like, to ease your mind, what can you do in the present? Again, looking and thinking about the past or thinking about something in the past isn't going to help at this point. It's like, what can I do in the present to close that chapter out of my life and finally gain closure of this cycle and move forward, you know? So let's pull some advice for you, Aquarius. So yeah, Aquarius, we have 3 animals that came out: stagnation, introspection, and then anticipation. I feel like this is literally you. In a period of stagnation, you know, you can look at that as however you want to look at it. Maybe you've been in the past blind to something and you're finally seeing it again through new eyes, and you're like, fuck, what was I even doing in that cycle? Like, I just feel like there's some period of stagnation, and then you do the introspection, you go within with the Hermit, and now with anticipation, I feel like you have a lot of chances to do things. Like, again, you can move. The whole point is moving, like, to stop being stagnant. So now, again, whatever it is that you want to do to get the closure that you need to move forward, again, if it's forgiving yourself, if it's forgiving another person, if it's just letting people go with light and love and just moving forward, if it's praying, like, whatever it is that's going to help you move forward, I think that's what you need to do at this time. So everyone's going to know what's best for them. But my biggest thing is, like, don't get stuck. Like, don't stay here. This is a energy of the mind. And you can stay here forever. Like, your mind can replay cycles over and over again a million times. It's not like a TV where you can, like, walk away from the TV or turn off the VCR or whatever. Do VCRs even exist anymore? The whole point here is, like, what can you do to move forward and be more present? Again, how can you take the loop out of your mind? How can you create closure for yourself? Whatever you got to do, you got to do. Okay, Aquarius? And with the Green Tarot, the Buddha of enlightened action, my soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. See, I feel like this card to me talks a lot about the heart. I remember I was telling you how this sun to me, it's usually happiness, but today it seems more of like an enlightenment, and then you have the Buddha of enlightened action. So the key word that I want to say here is action. Like, action, right? That's moving. That's not staying still. That's not replaying anything. It's action. It's movement. It's being present, right? So again, there is no stagnation with this card. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of energy. So again, don't remain in this, right? It doesn't matter what side of it you're on. It doesn't matter what has changed. Don't stay in an energy of being, like, stuck. The whole point is, like, to take action, whether it is, again, to get closure for yourself, by yourself, or with this other person involved. I see, like, anything that happens is going to bring justice. It's going to bring balance. What is justice? The scales of justice. It's a scale, right? So you want to go and achieve balance, and there is a lot of imbalance in the whole read. So I see that this could help you with that, if that's something that you're open to. So again, why is this happening now? Because everyone's soul has its own timing. Everybody learns things in their own time. You know what I mean? And like, we can't be mad at ourselves like we didn't see something. Again, when you're a child, can you be upset that you didn't see why your parents didn't want you to like have a sleepover? No, because like you're a child, and no one's gonna really blame you at that time for being a child. So I feel like you have to be forgiving of yourself and accepting of who it was that you were, and accept the growth that has happened, and also just like love yourself for who you were in the past. Even if even if you don't like who you were in the past, I feel like that's part of this acceptance. And again, your soul is just moving forward. As we all do, we grow, right? And it's good. It's a good thing. This is not a bad thing. So what is your heart compelling you to do at this time? So yeah, Aquarius, that's what I'm getting for today. I love you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.